Imagine walking into your favorite arcade, the air thick with excitement and the hum of machines, when your eyes catch something strange, a sleek black cabinet with no branding, no instructions, just a screen glowing with hypnotic patterns. This was no ordinary game. In the early 1980s, when arcades were at the height of their power, whispers began to surface about a game that seemed almost otherworldly. Its name, Polybius. The game appeared suddenly, unannounced, in a handful of arcades in Portland, Oregon. Unlike the friendly competition of Pac-Man or the strategic battles of Space Invaders, Polybius wasn't just a game, it was an experience, one that would leave its players changed. Reports of nausea, vivid hallucinations, and even blackouts began to follow those who dared to play. Some spoke of amnesia so severe they couldn't recall ever touching the joystick. And then, as if the game wasn't eerie enough, there were the men silent, shadowy figures dressed in black suits slipping in and out of the arcades. They weren't there to play. They were watching, taking notes, and sometimes tinkering with the mysterious cabinets. Who made this game? What was its purpose? And why, after a short burst of chaos, did Polybius vanish without a trace? The truth behind this enigmatic arcade cabinet has haunted gaming history ever since, raising one chilling question: was Polybius even a game at all? And just like that, it was gone. One day, Polybius was there, luring players with its strange allure, and the next, it had disappeared without a trace. No announcements, no explanations, just silence. But in that void, the mystery grew even darker. Whispers spread like wildfire. Was Polybius part of a sinister government experiment? Some pointed fingers at the CIA, linking the game to their notorious MKUltra program, an alleged attempt to control minds through psychedelic drugs and psychological manipulation. To others, it seemed like an experimental gaming prototype gone horribly wrong, its effects too dangerous to leave in the public's hands. The strangest part, there was nothing left to prove it even existed. No cabinets, no photographs, no official records of the game at all. Not a single shred of evidence. It was as if Polybius had been erased from history, leaving behind only the stories of those who claimed to have played it. Over the years, Polybius transformed into something more than a game. It became a ghost story whispered in dark corners of the internet and gaming conventions. But the lack of evidence only deepened its pull. Was it real, a collective delusion, or something far more sinister, purposefully buried to hide the truth? The questions remained unanswered, fueling an urban legend that refused to die. The deeper you dig into the mystery of Polybius, the murkier it becomes. Determined to separate fact from fiction, investigative journalists and gaming enthusiasts began piecing together clues. And what they uncovered only made the story more bizarre. In the early 1980s, the arcade scene in Portland was more than just a hub for gamers, it was also a hotspot for strange happenings. In one incident, two players reportedly fell ill on the same day. One collapsed with a severe migraine after playing the visually intense game Tempest, while another experienced sharp stomach pains after a long asteroid session. Both events were documented, but neither pointed to anything as sinister as mind control. But that wasn't all. Around this time, the FBI had been quietly monitoring arcades across the city. They were investigating reports of illegal gambling operations and suspected drug deals taking place behind the glowing screens. Their presence, combined with these strange illnesses, created a fertile ground for speculation. Could the men in black suits, often linked to Polybius, have actually been undercover agents watching the arcades? As these threads wove together, they began to resemble the fabric of a myth, a series of unrelated events twisted into the haunting tale of Polybius. But even with these explanations, the core mystery remained: was the game itself ever real? Or was it a mirage born of paranoia, coincidence, and the power of suggestion? The truth felt closer, but it was still maddeningly out of reach. Even without proof of its existence, Polybius has managed to etch itself into the fabric of pop culture, becoming a legend that refuses to fade. Its shadow looms large, inspiring countless references and adaptations that keep the mystery alive. Television shows like The Simpsons and Loki have nodded to the eerie tale, cementing Polybius as a symbol of the unknown in the gaming world. Indie developers have taken the myth into their own hands, crafting games that channel its supposed mind-bending gameplay. In one standout example, the developer Lamasoft released a game called Polybius for PlayStation 4 in the late 2010s. While the game borrowed from the legend's unsettling reputation, it made no claims of being linked to the supposed original. What's striking is how Polybius has transcended its alleged origins to become something far bigger, a cautionary tale, an emblem of conspiracy culture, and a testament to the power of storytelling in the digital age. The legend thrives because of its ambiguity, blurring the boundaries between fact and fiction, and reminding us how quickly stories can spread and evolve when fueled by imagination. Whether a real government experiment or a shared hallucination of the gaming community, Polybius remains a cultural icon, a reminder of the dark allure of mysteries we may never solve. The mystery of Polybius has refused to fade, lingering in the shadows of gaming history. Was it truly a game that wreaked havoc on players, leading to its swift and secret removal? Or is it nothing more than a compelling piece of collective imagination, a cautionary tale about the seductive and sometimes dangerous nature of gaming? The lack of physical proof only adds fuel to the fire. Every theory, from government conspiracies to psychological experiments, has kept the legend alive, feeding its eerie allure. Polybius isn't just a mystery, it's a mirror reflecting our fascination with the unknown and our tendency to find meaning in the unexplainable. As the digital age marches forward, the story of Polybius serves as a stark reminder of how quickly myths can take root and spread, particularly when wrapped in a shroud of suspense and fear. It continues to captivate gamers, conspiracy theorists, and skeptics alike, proving that sometimes the unanswered questions are the ones we can't let go of. So, was Polybius ever real, or is it destined to remain a phantom lurking in the annals of gaming history? The answer may never surface, but that's the beauty of it. Some mysteries are meant to stay unsolved. What do you think? Is Polybius the ultimate urban legend, or could there be a darker truth buried beneath the silence? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more retro gaming mysteries where we dive into the stories that keep you guessing. Hit the bell icon to make sure you don't miss what's coming next, because who knows what other secrets are hiding in the gaming world.